Hi, everyone. This is Lieutenant Colonel Rob Kirkland. I'm the head of ROTC Scholarship Consulting. And I just want to talk to you today about our services of interview preparation and why I believe that our services can provide you the advantage in obtaining an ROTC scholarship. So, why is the interview so important to the ROTC scholarship? Well, the interview is worth a high percentage of the overall selection for an ROTC scholarship. For Army and Air Force, it can be anywhere between 30 to 40% of the overall scholarship weighting goes to the interview. The Navy is somewhere around 20%. So you have to do well on the interview in order to be able to get a scholarship. And so it's very, very crucial. And so oftentimes the number one uh, criteria that's used in order to make that determination. Secondly, in an interview with a military person is different than, say, interviewing for a college admission or for a regular job. There's a military mindset and a military value set. Answers to questions are important. Values that the military holds dear to them, such as selfless service, servant leadership, and teamwork, take precedence over personal accomplishments. Third, there's a standard question set that you can practice for this. In almost all of these ROTC scholarship interviews, they're going to ask you a question set. Now, the question set may vary between the different services, but with preparation, you can get the question set down and the answers to these question sets that will be well received by the people that you're interviewing with and will be looked upon positively in awarding you a scholarship. There's some other things to consider other than the first three that I mentioned. A couple other things to consider that about interview preparation that we also work with you with is how you dress and present yourself is important. Saying things like sir or ma'am during your interview and practicing that during interview preparation can make a huge difference to your interviewer because it signals that you are in the military mindset and see yourself as a future ROTC cadet. Next, if you do your interview via Zoom, which you will in during this time, and you may in the future, the impressions you make are important on Zoom, and mastering the technology and and the best impressions that you can make on video conferencing is a different skill set than it is doing an interview in person. And so need to understand those things and the differences between them, and we get you ready for that also. And then finally, the questions that you ask at the end of the interview can be important also, because during the interview, you're going to be asked a number of questions. You're going to respond to those questions. And at the end, the interviewer is going to ask you if you have any questions for the interviewer. And the questions you ask there that are well thought out ahead of time can make a difference in ending the interview in a great and way that can ensure that you have a higher interview score to get one of those scholarships. So you may ask at this point, well, what do we do at ROTC Consulting to make sure that you are prepared? Well, we've interviewed hundreds of ROTC candidates over the last 10 years. We know what questions will be asked, and we know how best to prepare you for these scholarship interviews. We conduct all of our interview sessions via Zoom. Most candidates take 3 1-hour sessions to be ready for the interview. So we take 3, we take 4, we take whatever number of interview sessions you need until we believe that you're ready for the interview. We give you the question set ahead of time, as well as resources in order to be able to practice the questions ahead of time, even before you actually conduct an interview session with us, so you can get ready there. After each interview session, we give you homework and we give you feedback in order to be able to improve for the next interview question round. And then finally, we record all of the interview sessions. We give you those recordings so that you can look at them, prepare, see how you come across, see what our comments to you are, so that you can review that for the next session that we conduct with you, so that you can see your improvement and work on the things that you need to work on. Generally, we need about 10 days to 2 weeks to work with you. So if it's 3 1-hour sessions, we like to spread them out about 3 or 4 days apart so that you can work on the issues that we talk about or the homework that we have, so that you have sufficient time to be able to do that. So give us about 10 to 14 days of your time, and we'll get you ready for the interview. So if you have any more questions about our interview preparation, please visit us at rotcconsulting.com, and we'll be able to answer those questions for you. And sign up, and we're going to be ready to work with you. We're really excited to work with you and to help you get a ROTC scholarship. Take care.